at the end of the 6:30 portage on Maple Creek. Yeah, probably much better than the one we had last night. And we're finished the first portage at 9:30. Not too bad. And on our way down Maple Creek, we got one little one and one 900 and something. And then we're on Kiosk, where we'll probably camp for the night. This is Maple Creek. We have one portage left to go. It's 10:30 on Thursday, and it's quite a windy little creek. I wouldn't want to be going upstream. The current's pretty strong, but this is springtime. Quite a few hidden rocks too, so you have to pay attention. And because the current's so strong and it's so windy, it's a little bit technical. Keeps you on your toes. Do you have anything to add to that, Steve?
Hello everybody. It's another beautiful day.
Want to say anything to our fans over in Scandinavia?
What is it? Skål.
There's a beaver dam. The final portage from Maple Creek into, well, it's got some fancy Indian name, but it's Kiosk Lake is the name. Little beaver dam over there. This one is 915. Larry's going to do the single carry again. He's quite a man, really. And I'm going to do the double carry. See you on the other side. We just finished the last portage of the trip. Where I finished. I'm waiting for Steve. I single carried, so he unfortunately has to go back for his barrel. Gives me a little rest. There's all kinds of big moose tracks in this mud here. Unfortunately I've stepped all over them, but maybe there's one out there around the corner. The black flies are out. Some of them are biting, but most of them not. And they're not swarming or anything yet. I wouldn't want to be here in another week or so though. We're hoping to find a campsite nearby on Kiosk. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, the full name. Oh, there's a tree that looks like, oh no, it's actually alive. Anyway, lots of blowdown. There's a washed out bridge on this portage. On the one before this, there was a huge log across that I had to sit on with the canoe in the pack and then lift my legs over. Had to do that a few times. It's test the balance. Well, made one run to Kiosk Lake, brought the backpack. Larry, and I'm just returning back to get the barrel. Last couple of days Larry has been doing the single carry where he carries his backpack and the canoe. That seems to be the way to go if you can do it. It's a lot more grueling, although he doesn't complain about it. But So if you have a 1 kilometer portage, you end up walking 1 kilometer as opposed to 3. So you work hard, but it's a lot shorter. We're not really set up for both of us to do it though. I've got the backpack and the barrel to carry. I suppose it's possible, but anyway, I've been doing this the last few days, and I actually find the return walk where I'm not carrying anything, I'm just alone in the forest, I'm enjoying it. So that's what I'm doing now. This is about a 900 and some odd meters, so almost a kilometer, and I'm heading back. Fairly easy portage, not too hilly, but washed out in a lot of areas. Looks like there was a lot of rain came through here. Final night of this trip, Kiosk Lake. It's been another gorgeous day, good steady wind. We managed to find a campsite that's fairly sheltered from the wind. I would say that the breeze was just enough to keep any bugs away and keep it cool, because it did get quite warm today. Beautiful campsite, nice little bay over there. There's the fire pit, and this would be a great campsite to bring the kids to. There's it's deep just off the shore. There's a bunch of rocks that you can jump off of. Nice rock right there. Over there, there's a rock that's just a few inches underwater, and it goes about 10 feet out, so you can actually like walk out and bathe. Over here, that's some of the local wildlife right there, and this is where we've been moving along here, shifting our chairs, sitting in different positions. We've been really working hard this afternoon, gotta say. This was that's a nice spot up here. We sat up here. Sun is gonna set over there. Again down there, another beautiful spot to sit in. Great campsite, great day. I can't say enough about this trip. We have been so lucky with the weather. It's been fantastic. Nice campsites other than last night, but that was a bit of an adventure. No bugs to speak of. The black flies seem to be just on the edge of coming out today, but they're not really biting. They're in training. Yeah. No fish. Haven't caught any fish. The one comment I would make about we've seen lots of moose tracks. No evidence of bears. I don't know whether they're asleep or what. You see wolf scat everywhere, but we've seen one squirrel in the entire trip, so I don't know whether they're still sleeping or what. Quails are all over the place. They're flapping their wings, like I mentioned earlier, like helicopters in the bush, and every once in a while they jump out and startle the hell out of you. But just an amazing trip, and tomorrow we got to cross that lake, which as you can see is a biggie. So it's our hope we get up in the morning and it's calm. We just came along the shoreline here when we came out from the portage, and we followed the shoreline, and even doing that, the waves rocked the boat uncomfortably. So we wouldn't venture across that lake as cold as it is with big waves. If that were the case, we'll go right down to the rail where the old rail bridge crosses, and we'll cross there. That's all for now. Larry, say goodnight.
Say goodnight.
Well, Friday morning. This is the last day. This morning we paddle out. Cool night. Went down to about 5 degrees and it's windy, which is unfortunate because this is a big lake to cross. So we are going to have to paddle down to the end of the lake to where there's an old railway causeway, and we'll paddle alongside that until we get to the other side of the lake. Otherwise, I think it's just too dangerous to cross the lake. Had a good sleep. It was warm enough. We put on our long johns and everything, and it was quite comfortable. As far as the day goes, it looks a little bit overcast. There was a bit of a red sky this morning, so it doesn't look all that promising. It's probably a good day to be heading out. So Larry's just making an omelet right now. Coffee pot's in the fire. We got no grill this morning, so the pot's right on a stone. But I see it boiling now, so I better go make the coffee. Here we are back at Kiosk. We just came up the lake, and although it doesn't look that windy out there, it was fairly strong headwind going into the wind. And we crossed the lake right there, and boy, it seemed like the parking lot didn't get closer. Took a while to get across. There's the M&R station, and there's the car. We're loading up.
Hey folks, we're back alive. We had 7 days of beautiful weather, and the day we're back is not so nice, but typical springtime. We are told. It says this is characteristic weather, so we have to keep that in mind when we pack for next year. Yes. Probably the most dangerous thing we did on the trip was crossing this lake today. It's 10 to 9 now. So we did good time, we're all packed up, canoes on, and we're ready to go. See you next fall. It's a wrap.